Welcome to our SmallRig camera backpack review. Here at Nomads Nation we've been doing backpack and EDC gear reviews for the past 7 years. Although it's mostly done by Aaron, I'm normally the guy behind the camera or editing room or somewhere else. However, since this is a camera backpack, this review falls on me. So I brought this guy out on shoot days for the past month and I'm gonna give you my honest pros and cons, and in the end of the video I will suggest what alternatives are on the market in case this guy is not for you. So stick around. And it also should be noted that here at Nomads Nation there is literally a rack of bags waiting to be reviewed. So SmallRig did pay for an expedited review because they're trying to launch stuff right now, but this does not affect our opinion, my opinion, in any way. Let's get into it. Let's give it a brief overview, all right? So as you can see, this is a very heavily featured camera backpack with an interesting pocket in the front. We're gonna get around to it. Lots of quick access and a wild harness / padding system in the back. So working with this channel gives me the unique opportunity to have access to basically any camera bags out there. So I've used WANDRD, I've used Peak Design, and eventually I settled on the Nomadic Peter McKinnon because of its excellent quick access. You can open it from the back, get access to literally everything you need in one go. Until SmallRig came along, because I saw the branding and I'm like, okay, I use their products quite a lot, so I needed to see what this was about. The first thing I saw was their access panel here, which made me say, yep, I want to give this guy a shot. Their advertised capacity is 25 liters, so let's find out if it's true. I'm gonna keep the dividers and stuff in here because it's more of a testament to its true capacity. So, let's start. I'm not gonna fill out this front pouch because I'm lazy. I think the whole bag is it's big enough, so I don't think it's necessary. All right, let's start with the top. This is gonna be interesting. Yeah, should have taken the dividers out. So for this test, I did not remove the dividers. They kind of removed probably some volume. Some balls didn't really reach the right places. And I would also say this thing in the front is easily 5 liters. So we're good. Advertised capacity, check. So this bag is advertised to weigh 3 kilos, which is about 6 pounds. Let's test it out. What do you see? So that's quite surprising because this is already with the waist belt attached. Normally companies would not, include their attachments in the final scale. So I was expecting it to be a lot heavier than this. It's great. This bag only comes in one color option and the color is black. So this bag is currently priced at $199 US and it comes with a 2-year warranty. Also, if at any point of this review you feel like this is the bag for you, you should click the first link in the description, and that link will give you the best price and discount codes, if we have any. Now let's talk about materials real quick. This one on the outside feels like a coated polyester / nylon. The exact material is not specified. Yeah, this feels like PVC, not PU, because PU would be a lot stickier than this, so I guess it won't peel, I have no idea. The bottom we have very strong ballistic nylon, and we have some EVA molds in the back panel and PU shoulder straps. As far as materials go, this is what you would expect from a camera bag. It is not really above and beyond, and it's not lacking in any way, in my opinion. However, with the inside materials, I do have some opinions. So when you open this up, you will see that we have this Velcro material that you basically see in every other camera bag. This is quite fine, and the little teeth on the Velcro are quite small as well. So the stickiness of this, kind of light, which might sound like a bad thing until you realize that this lighter stickiness means that the material and the Velcro is going to last longer. Some of you might be concerned about but if the Velcro is light, then it's gonna be an issue. But fact is, Velcro is very strong in tension, but really light to take off. So another thing about the test of time is the zippers. These are all YKK, as expected, as they should be. The hardware is made by Nifco, who I have not heard of before, but after using this thing, it feels solid. It feels exactly how it should feel. And these guys are just a joy to use. I like the materials, yeah, I like the materials. We'll give it a 4.5 out of 5. Everything is as it should be. It's not lacking in any way. Yeah, 4.5. It's a good score. Oh, and as a disclaimer, all these scores are my personal opinion based on feeling and the alignment of stars. It is not a scientific measure of the bag's quality. Okay, so let's pack this guy out and see how it works. Sure, you saw this thing before and you're wondering what this is for. This is literally to stop your stuff from falling out. And it seems like SmallRig has gone through the extra effort of looking after your stuff when the bag is sitting upright, in that they have this kind of really hard ridge in front of all the shelves. Let me bring up a peak design real quick. Now, I know a lot of you might disagree with me, but there's a reason I don't like peak design, is when you open your bag from the side, there's no lip, so stuff will fall out and has fallen out on me. So this is an improvement. Sorry, peak design. For my shoot today, I will need one camera. So you can see the edges have their pros and they have their cons. So let's squeeze in here. It's a bit tricky. Now, I wish that SmallRig had put more of these loopies all around the edge so that I can adjust my height of my dividers, but I cannot. So when I'm trying to fit this in here, like it goes like this, kind of on the edge. Yeah, it stays here, which is fine, but it's not really wide enough to hold my camera. Unless I take the lens off, but if I take the lens off, then the quick access from the side here won't have a reason for existing, because it won't be quick, right? So it's a little bit confused as the use case for here. So what I ended up doing for my shoots was that I only used two. And this is fine. Now, SmallRig does give you a whole lot of dividers, so we can build out. There we go. One camera. So one thing I see on the website is there's a camera that's sitting on the bottom, which is kind of what they're designed it for. As I put it here, it fits no problem, but I don't want to put my camera on the bottom. This thing is like a lot of money. So I want, if I drop my bag, I want whatever's here to absorb the impact before it reaches the camera. So that's why I keep it in the middle. Next up, we have my little pouch with batteries, monitor, and I put these guys here. Little divider here, keep things divided, I suppose. And what I'm gonna use this space for is the rest of my rig. Handle, battery plate, top handle, maybe rearrange this a little bit just to use it as a throw-all cubby. This is my Peak Design pouch where I keep all my small bits of gear, which is 360 camera, mics, bunch of batteries with my name on it, and SD cards. Everything's living in here. It's all contained in one unit, and I will throw this on the top here. We got good battery, sus battery. I can put them in the top or the side here, and yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of room left over, which is why I was like, hey, like 25 liters, really? It's quite spacious. And we haven't even gotten to the external pouches. So this is what I'd need for 80% of video jobs if I'm not bringing lights. Let's pack it out for a super heavy day. What would I do if I brought a small light? I can simply put it here and change the batteries to here. Boom. This light does, however, need a power adapter. So suppose you need to bring your power brick and your cable. Do I have space in here for it? Yeah, technically, yes. I could put it here, squeeze it on the side, and then figure out a space for it, which will probably actually fits really well on the top here. But I also have the option of using some of the included pouches, which are actually quite interesting. They have this X-Pack feeling material on top, and then normal material on the back. And they have quite a bit of internal organization here as well, but personally, last time I was using this big guy, I was using it to hold cables. Look at that. It's perfect. Perfect. Done. And this one can also, it has like mole attachments and little loopies, so you can attach it to the outside of the bag wherever feels comfortable, so that's what I did. And speaking of the outside, and I am aware that's not how it's designed to go, but I'm doing it anyway because I'm planning to use the side mole points for something else. Next up, I will need a tripod. What is cool, they have this little attachment thingy here so you can cinch up your pocket, so it stops being so loose. You put your tripod in here and then close it up and you're like, oh, but this is just gonna fall out. No, 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 don't worry. They thought of it. The thing that keeps the kangaroo pouch closed is the same thing that tightens up around here. Compare this to the Nomadix McKinnon, this is a lot more well thought out with this system on the side. However, comparing this to the McKinnon again, this pocket is not particularly big or stretchy. Case in point, if I need to bring a mini softbox, now this is the Godox attachment, it's not the full-size one. Full-size one is like this big. There's no way. Oh my God. No, there's no way. That's not gonna fit. So these pockets are a little bit small. I guess I can carry it under it because they do include lots of like little straps and things you can attach it. So I can attach this guy down here. Boom. For easier jobs, I can bring in an umbrella and that will fit pretty okay. Along with a light stand on the other side. Cinch it up. These are quite secure. They just go around these loops. They go like this. They go here. And then just pull them and they stay. Beautiful, simple and strong. So gimbal goes in here, the magnetic enclosure. Gimbal bits go on the top. Yeah, there's no way you can see in here because, well, unfortunately the inside material here is black. So I can't show you what goes on. But trust me, bro, it's actually really well organized. So like all your like 3 stretchy pockets are on the top. And then the rest is just empty space. So you can't really lose anything. You just end up rummaging around, you'll find it. Now, closing this guy over. And I know I skipped the section. The section I skipped is like quick side access. For example, you got like these little pockets on the here. I think I can throw a notebook in there. There's no like organization or anything. There's like one here. And there's one here. And there are more quick access pockets other than this, if I don't want to. These are not PU coded, they're not really organized. I think they are here as, they feel like a small afterthought. Anyway, these pockets here, pretty simple. They're just pockets in case you need. Speaking of pockets, you'll see this guy here with a little, very cleverly designed, over-engineered, one might say, rain cover. I was like, this is magnetic. And I'm like, huh? So trying to pull on it, it does nothing because it's sewn in. So I don't understand why this flap exists, but it's cool. It's like a little thing to play with. But this pocket itself is actually really good, which is why I would say, now watch this. You take like a selfie stick, extendable ones, and you just sort of shove it. It's a very tight fit, which is what you'd want in this pocket. And you shove it all the way to the bottom, and then you can go and really complete. Basically, the idea is that you put your 360 camera on top here and then vlog yourself shooting or walking around or doing whatever. So let's say if you're in like a outdoor shooting setting and you want to film behind the scenes, this is kind of ideal. When you have your 360 camera, you put it down, boop, turn it on, and then you do your thing. Quite cool. It also works really well for nature vloggers, nature photographers. Anyone who needs to film themselves filming, this is great. It means that you don't need to set up a separate tripod and then worry about where it is and then put it back in your bag, and it just takes a lot of effort away from you just by having this bag. Now, before I talk about the comfort, I should talk about the laptop compartment. So if I had packed out the bottom with a camera, it would self-stand while open a lot better. But since I don't want to put my camera on the bottom, I guess this is on me. The thing to talk about the laptop compartment, aptly labeled. This one is massive. So my little 13-inch Samsung fits in here. Okay, this can fit in here, no issues at all. So let's try something bigger. There's a cutout of a 16-inch MacBook Pro. Lots of room. And the 17-inch Asus VivoBook, which is the computer that Nomad's Nation started on. There's still lots of space left over. The sides here are kind of stretchy, so yeah, this is gonna fit basically. To summarize, the laptop compartment is designed for work laptops. Glad to say, there's also a slight false bottom. Let me check the falsiness of the false bottom. Yep, it goes all the way up to here, and there's like a 1-inch to absorb any impact if you drop your bag. So now that I got it mostly packed out, it's a pretty good opportunity to talk about the comfort of the bag. Any nitpicks or complaints that I might have about this bag are absolutely like cancelled out by the comfort. Because as you saw the back panel there, it is basically a hiking bag with camera bag attached to the back of it. I'm currently feeling all the weight being put onto my hips, and right here this like really rounded kind of cushion that's sitting on where roundabouts where my glutes begin, so all my weight is sitting on my butt basically. Not on my shoulders, not on my torso. In fact, I can kind of loosen this up and be like, yeah, I'm chill. And then, I know it's supposed to be tighter than this, but as far as ventilation goes, this is kind of as good as it's gonna get without you bringing like an electric fan into the situation. But comfort-wise, I can walk with this one for quite a lot longer than I can with my previous camera bag, which is why I'm gonna continue using it until something better comes along. Wink. If you do know of something that might be better than this, please do let us know in the comments so I can do more videos. Thanks. Overall score for comfort, in my opinion, 5 out of 5, man. Like, this is good. This is like literally something you would go trekking with. Well done. Beautiful, beautiful. So let's talk about the functionality of this bag. Suppose I'm a wildlife photographer and not a videographer who goes around in a metropolis. I would pack out this bag a little bit differently. Let me show you. Firstly, I would not need lights. I would definitely bring a tripod, and I would definitely bring the monopod to film myself doing my thing. I would have as many things as possible on the pouches on the outside, and I would utilize these. This is quite simple. This is where you keep your batteries, and then this quick access is where I will put my camera. On the other side, we also have quick access pockets that are currently behind the tripod. And as you can see here, we have little zipper pouches, and this is where you put your SD cards. We have red and yellow tags, slightly bigger pockets. So every like small bits of gear that you saw in my Peak Design pouch would actually go on the side here. For anyone who decides to use this bag outdoors, I think it'll be infinitely more useful to use exterior carry for all the small items instead of having to put your bag down and open it up every time. So speaking of exterior carry, there is a pretty cool feature, which is this little pocket here. So when I saw this one, I was like, okay, this is cool. I guess I can put my phone in here or something, but then it has like a little pocket on the inside, so you can put like a 360 camera here. You can like shoot POV. So when you're taking photos, you know, make some content while you're making content. And then you make some content of making content of making content. It's content all the way down. So this side here holds your action camera, and then this side here, brilliantly strong like holder, holds your camera clip. The camera clip would go here, and then you rest your camera on the outside. On the side here, you see we have extra mole points where I could put in another pouch for my little lens or medium lens with some smaller items on the side that I might need quick access to. As well as this guy here. Now this is actually really cool. This is a gimbal holder. So what you do is you wrap this around your belt buckle and you rest your gimbal end here so it takes the strain off of your back. Perfect, thank you. This guy goes here, and then you can shoot all day with style and comfort. Now, best thing about it is actually you don't need to have the whole backpack on to use this. See, this whole waist belt situation here is totally removable, and you can put this thing on, you can put some pouches, carry some extra lenses, and they also have this little water-resistant material pouch on the outside with no interior organization. You can put whatever you want in here as well. So let me finish off with a couple of, I would say, nitpicks maybe? Small items that I'm like really not understanding yet. One of them is this thing, and if you clip it closed, it stops your zippers from moving, and then trying to open it is very difficult. And I always close it because I don't know what it is. It doesn't look like it's strong enough to stop the bag from opening up, so I'm like, huh. Second thing I want to talk about, but I need to take the gimbal out, is really the usability. Okay, so the bag is designed to sit on its back so you can access like everything at a glance. Let's say if you're taking it out for a shoot day in an office. But if you look here, we have this amount of stuff that is always in the way. So when you're opening up your bag, you have to go around here, and then this attachment point for the strap is attached to the body of the bag, not the back panel. Now most brands will attach it to the back panel, which makes it a lot easier to open, but then the flip side of that coin is that if your strap is attached to the back panel and everything else is weighing down the outside, and if your zipper fails, your bag will just go onto the floor. Now, this is a lot more secure of a design. The trade-off here is ease of use. It's not too bad, it's just a little bit less convenient than most other brands, but I'm willing to live with the sacrifice because the stuff that's in here is worth so much more than like an extra second of comfort. Functionality score is 4 out of 5 because it feels like they thought it through it, but at the same time is this kind of opening here. Personally, like, I don't use quick access pockets on camera bags at all because I'm not about to swing like 15 kilos around to try to get my camera out. So I just put the bag down and I get my stuff. So if you've enjoyed this review so far, there might be a chance that you are into backpacks. And if that's the case, you should definitely check out the second link in the description, which is for the Nomads Nation newsletter. In it, you'll get Aaron, who's like a spy in the bag industry, bringing you latest drops, coolest new features, and a whole lot more. So, second link. So with that in mind, I need to give it a overall score. Now keep in mind, this is my personal opinion. It is not fact. It is dictated by the pressure of the atmosphere and the alignment of the stars. So take it with a grain of salt. Okay, so overall value score, I would give this 4.5 out of 5 because it's cheaper than the other name brand camera bags out there. So just to recap my personal score, materials are at 4.5. Comfort, a solid 5. Functionality is 4. The value is 4.5. And the total overall score would be 4.5. The thing that gives it the 0.5 deduction is the 2-year warranty. I think they could make it longer. So given the final verdict for this bag, who would I recommend this to? I would recommend this mostly for people who want to do outdoor shoots. Because it's got the rain flies, it's got the exterior access is very good on this. And if you're in the woods, like this back panel is gonna help a lot. Does this top the Peter McKinnon, the bag I've been using for the last 3 years? Yes, it does because of the comfort, and that's the only thing. The Peter McKinnon, in my opinion, was the perfect bag. So this is not the perfect bag, but it is the most comfortable, and that is what matters more to me in my current age. I'm an old man. Dude, I saw a gray beard hair. It's time. And just a reminder, if you're interested in this bag with this luscious back panel, you should definitely check out the first link in the description. That's where you get the best deals and help out our channel. So let's recap some pros and cons. Pro number 1, easily, dude, comfort. Like, I think I sound like a broken record at this point. Pro number 2, these attached magnetic straps. Yeah, these are a joy to use. Look, and you think they're weak, but they're not. They're not going anywhere. This is great. And definitely, by a mile, pro number 3, this thing in the front that holds your gimbal. Like, why doesn't everyone do this? But that's not to say that everything is positive. I have some cons. Con number 1, ease of access when the bag is lying down is not the most ideal, but I'm willing to live with it. Con number 2, I wish that these side pockets, not water bottle pockets, side pockets, were a lot bigger so that I could fit more stuff like my softbox, like my mini softbox, without having to dangle it under the bag. And for con number 3, I gotta say it is the lack of height adjustability for these shelves. I wish they had more loopy points so that I could make this my own, but they don't. It's time to look at the alternatives in case you are not quite feeling the SmallRig. Alternative number 1, if you are a hobby photographer, I would recommend the WANDRD PRVKE because the quick access is quite good and it works much better as an everyday bag. Alternative number 2, If you are not going to go around in mountains, if you mostly go from studio to location, the Peter McKinnon is a very solid backpack. I used it for 3 years in a row. Didn't complain until I got this guy. If you're interested in any of these two alternatives, you can watch these two videos right here. Take your pick. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Tab, and this is Nomads Nation. I'll hopefully see you next time.